Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, and we're stepping out onto the hardwood for another basketball opening. So this is a Black Friday exclusive, I guess. I mean, it's at least Target exclusive of the Topps 25-26 basketball. So basically, this was announced via Target's website a week or so before Black Friday, and people went crazy, of course. There were people camping out and all that kind of stuff to get their hands on these. Needless to say, that was not necessary because every single store that I saw got a massive shipper, including the one that I went to. Like, there must have been 100 to 150 blasters on each one. And so what makes these different, I do have an empty original one, so we'll take a look at that. But mostly, obviously, there's some different artwork on it, and you get a whole bunch more cards, but the price is increased. So whereas the standard 25-26 basketball is $25, these are $35. But that's basically because they're giving you more packs. I don't believe it's a better deal. I think when you figure it all out, it still works out to be like $3 or so a pack. But here, let's just take a look, and we can kind of do a quick comparison between the two boxes. And then we'll get to opening and see what, if any, is the difference between the cards as well. I haven't seen any of these opened yet, although I'm sure there will be tons and tons and tons of videos by the time mine gets posted, because mine's probably not going to come out for a little while. I'm in the process of doing a little bit of early filming just because I'm gonna have a little bit of a vacation. So this will probably come out a week or two after Black Friday, probably closer to 2 weeks after Black Friday. But anyway, let's take a quick look here. So first off, here's your boxes. Basically just different shots of Mr. Flag. Chase exclusive Blackout Parallels and inserts, so that's exclusive to this product. Whereas the standard just talks about the autographs and relics. Chase exclusive season tip-off parallels, which are not here. These just go back to the autograph and relic cards. And then this is basically identical, once again, just with different pictures. And that's pretty much it. Then you can see on the top here, 84 total cards in the standard one, 7 packs, 12 cards. On the Target exclusive, it's 132 total cards because you get 11 packs at 12 cards per pack. So, like I said, getting more packs, getting more cards, but you're paying a $10 premium for those extra 4 packs per box. So, without further ado, let's rip these bad boys open and see what kind of differences there are, or if we can get anything sweet out of here. So got the standard Cooper flag here that we'll just kind of put off to the side here, and we'll take a look at our first kind of base card and see if there is any difference. And I don't believe so. So that's number one. So absolutely no difference between the front and the back. Obviously different player, different team, but exact same. So another thing to keep in mind here is with the addition of these exclusive blasters, printing has gone even more insane. So you're definitely going to want to get your hands on a Cooper flag that's some sort of parallel, preferably numbered, but even non-numbered is definitely going to be better than just a base. Because, I mean, who knows? By the time you add up all the printing that was done for the base set, or whatever you want to call it, the flagship regular release, and then you have this release, and who knows how many other kind of quasi releases Topps might come out with. There could very well be like 1 million copies or millions of copies of each card. So just something to keep in mind. I kind of like this because I'm a set builder, so I'll use these to get as close as I can to building the set. Plus, with the other stuff that I've already purchased. But otherwise, no real difference here in the cards. So, see if there's any sort of... Yeah, even these guys don't seem any different. They appear to be the exact same thing. I got one of these somewhere next to me as well. See what we got here. We can just grab it real quick. So even the inserts are the exact same. So yeah, here's an Ace Bailey I pulled. So exact same type stuff. So it's something to keep in mind. Not a lot of, or any differences. John Stockton. Got Deadlift Shrimp. And Johnny Broom. So I guess it's really just the Blackout stuff that you're chasing. The Blackout Parallels and inserts. I wonder how those are noted. Or maybe you can just tell. I don't know. Let me get going here. So I don't want this video to be super long since these are basically mini mega boxes. Kaishan George. Got a little Cavs team card. Jalen Suggs. The Jays Shine. Celtics. Ante Aldama. Tristan Da Silva. And we have Isaiah Joe turned over. These must be the Blackout Parallels. Kind of like a dark rainbow foil. Like a black and white rainbow foil, I guess maybe is the way to... So not numbered or anything. But pretty cool. All right. Let's see how prevalent they are. And we get a Sand Glitter, Tyler Smith. Once again, those aren't numbered. Colin Murray Bowles. Christie and Jamie Jaquez. I wonder if they're going to be like one in every other pack or something like that. Or maybe that'll be the only one I get. Hopefully not. Cade Cunningham. LeBron. I would hope that they give you enough different things to kind of entice you to purchase these. But what is this? Nolan Traore? Scan and Slam. I don't know what that is, but that's a cool card. Looks like a ticket almost. Very cool. Put that there. Tyrese Maxey. Oh, and Dylan Harper on the Power Players. That's nice. And Tyrese Maxey on the Blackout. Once again, not numbered or anything. Haven't really pulled anything numbered out of the basketball stuff, but I'm guessing similar to the baseball, it would be numbered on the back. Jamal Murray. Yannick Conan Niederhauser. And what do we got? Maxime Renault, maybe? Something like that. On to the next pack. Norman Powell. Jimmy Butler. Mr. Buckets himself. Nick Claxton, another nice one. I really like when they kind of break the actual picture and you know, go outside the border and stuff. I don't know. It's just, I think it goes back to the 90s where that was like an error a few times. So it was a pretty cool thing. Anthony Edwards. Kevin Huerter. We got Ochai Agbaji. Wow. Got T-Mac. There we go. Isaiah Thomas and Igor. Little T-Mac action. I would have preferred him in a Magic jersey. That's how I kind of remember him from my fandom. But so far, I mean, a couple of differences, I guess. I mean, really just the Blackout cards. I don't think there's any other difference here. And here's another one, this time a rookie. Nolan Traore for the Nets. Also not numbered. And Asa Newell on Generation Now. Once again, no difference there. And that's pretty much it there. But yeah, it was kind of interesting because I was reading a bunch of stuff and saw some people camped out, and it was just, honestly, I didn't go looking for these until like almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was still at least half the shipper left. So it's just kind of funny. I mean, at the same time, I don't think anybody expected them to get a giant amount. So here's a couple of upside downs. Another sand glitter, this time the Clippers. And then we have Kason Wallace for OKC. Once again, no numbering or anything that I can see. I'll check that out afterwards. But we got Ace Bailey, excellent one. Sion James and Jameer Watkins. Just like with the standard flagship release, or again, I don't know how to really separate it out. Most of the rookies are in the back of the packs. Bradley Beal, Cole Anthony, Jones, Chris Paul. We got a Donovan Mitchell. Some sort of Chris Murray there. And Donovan Mitchell on the Limited Stock Legends. That's so weird. It's got like a little price tag on it. What is that, like a... supposed to be like an action figure, I guess, maybe. Oh, yeah, because there's like the hanger. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Limited Stock Legends. And there's Magic, once again, outside the frame, so I think that's really neat. And Watson and McBride. Gonna have too many cards for my sorter here. Just from one box. Now, the other thing I wasn't sure, the only reason I bought 2, I would have bought, you know, maybe 4 or at least 3, is Targets, at least in my area, all have a limit of 2 of each SKU. So I didn't want to get up to the register and, you know, run into that kind of nonsense. So perhaps I'll take another trip or something. Karl Anthony Towns, once again on the Blackout. I mean, they're kind of neat, but you're not really missing out on anything if you didn't have them, if you just bought like the regular flagship. Unless you really, really like the looks of them. Obviously, this is similar to the Mega Box, and it's going to be much easier to build a set if that's what you're into. I know some of the community's into that, as I am. Ace Bailey. See on a Blackout? Oh, there we go. Bingo. So dark you almost can't even see the picture itself with the dark Jazz jersey, but that's a really nice one. And you know what? Maybe we'll leave that one out because that's probably our best hit so far. A couple more rookies. Still looking to see if we can get ourselves a flag. 2 packs to go. And then we will go into the last or second box, whatever you want to call it. Hawkins, there's Durant, RJ Barrett, James Harden, Bridges. A bunch of stuff flipped upside down. Andrew Wiggins on the standard rainbow foil. Michael Porter Jr. on the Blackout. So I wonder if they look different when they're numbered, because that would be nice too. Maxine Renault, or again, however you say his name. And a little last pack. Let's see if we can get some last pack magic for the first blaster. There's Mr. Carrington. Got some Bulls. Lauri Markkanen. There we go. We got a Blackout of Baylor Shearman for the Celtics. Once again, I don't see any numbering. Scan and Slam of Lauri Markkanen. That's a cool insert. I know we saw that before, but Igor again. There's Cooper. just a base. Derek Queen also, Clifford, and Peavy. Wow, nice end of that. So we did end up getting ourselves another flag. So there we go. Let's go ahead and unload these guys. And we'll go get right into the second blaster so we don't waste too much of y'all's time. Now I chose a box from each side of the shipper. The shipper has, essentially, it's a double-sided shipper. So see if one side was a little luckier than the other. Or maybe I just suck at picking any of them. OG Ananobi. Howard, Richardson, and Thiero. The other nice thing about basketball, I mean, if you're a basketball fan and collector, I'm sure you know already, but just for those that may be getting into it, is similar to football, where it's pretty much best to just get yourself some rookies of all the quarterbacks from the most recent draft. There's such a small draft class when it comes to basketball in general. Just get yourself rookies of each player, and then, you know, if one guy hits, you're good to go. Durant on the sand glitter. That's a nice one. And we got Kobe White on the blackout. Once again, no kind of numbering or anything. And a rookie on Brea. Ooh, Bill Russell. Haven't seen that one yet. And Kareem. Haven't seen either of those. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely an awesome idea to stick the legends in the set, or some of them anyway. Got a blackout of Elijah Martin for the Raptors. Not numbered. Scan and Slam, Paolo, and LeBron, 8-bit baller. George Gervin, another legend. We got Drake Powell, Sorber, and there's Dylan Harper. It might be my first rookie of him, to be honest. Moving right along. Anthony Towns. We got Oliver Maxence Prosper. What a name. And we get Walker, McCollum, Allen, Zubik. So far, the first blaster, I would say, was much better, but still only about halfway through. Gary Trent. Moses Moody. A Generation Now Sand Glitter. Hugo Gonzalez. Haven't seen one look like that yet, so that's pretty cool. Must be a short printed version, but not numbered. And there's Moses Moody. No kind of numbering or anything there. Got McNeely, Lanier, a couple more rookies. Got Batum. There's Thompson, Hachimura, Davis, Miller, Shepard, Jovic. Got a Cade Cunningham. Noah Penda on the rainbow foil. And Cade Cunningham on the blackout. Another good blackout one. Larry Bird, Larry Legend. Followed by Mr. Stockton and Shrimp again. So a lot of cards, a lot of packs. And that's really what you're getting here. Got a Zach Edey, Banchero, Svon Castle, Mr. Poole. Oh, sweet, got another one of those inserts. Cooper Flag! There we go. We hit a flag insert. Finally. Haven't hit any of his inserts. And we got Trey Johnson III on the limited stock Legends for the Washington Wizards. I like those a lot. We got Mr. Broom, Murray Boyles, and Christie. 4 packs to go. And now, I haven't opened a ton, to be honest with you. So I opened a standard blaster off camera and a hanger box off camera. Ended up getting the flag in the blaster box. And then obviously I did the Christmas ones or holiday ones, whatever you want to call them. Y'all can go back and check out that video. Got a couple of flags out of there. And our next blackout probably is the Clippers. Oh, that's pretty cool. They actually kind of stand out from the background. I like that. Once again, not seeing any numbering. Karl Anthony Towns on the power players. Quez, Murray, the Mavs, and there's Yannick. So, haven't opened a ton, but I'm going to try to build the set as best I can. And probably maybe go see if I can get another 1 or 2 of these. Just to have some more fun opening, and at the same time just see if we can get lucky and get something cool. Lonzo Ball. Have our next blackout. DeJounte Murray. T-Mac again. Isaiah Thomas. 2 packs to go. We'll be all done, all through. Give you a final verdict. Let you know what I think. There's Necht. Love that. Should have extended his foot out this way, but that's all right. Finney Smith. Ingram. Moody. There we go. We got ourselves an Edgecomb. Miles McBride, rainbow foil. Jalen Suggs from Orlando on the blackout. There's Edgecomb. We'll take that. Igor. And now we're down to the last pack of the opening. Got Giannis, Mr. Monk, Steph Curry. We got DeMar DeRozan. And Memphis on our final blackout. Once again, I don't see any kind of numbering. DeRozan, Walter Clayton Jr., Generation Now, Bane, Joe, Washington to finish it off. So a couple of flags. Nice blackout Ace Bailey. And then the, one regular flag, 1 Cooper insert, and 1 Edgecomb insert. So not too bad at all. Again, I don't think it's one of those things, though, where you're going to rush out and you know, make sure you get your hands on these. Like, the blackouts are literally the only difference. I mean, I guess you can get blackout inserts as well, I guess, from what the box is saying. Chase exclusive blackout parallels and inserts. Or perhaps it's a full stop before the and they mean exclusive inserts, but I'm not so sure about that. But yeah, you can kind of decide for yourselves, of course, but at the end of the day, I would say this is very similar to the Mega Box, just without the exclusives of the Mega Box, because you're getting a fair amount of cards with that 132, and it does make for one hefty blaster box. And you're paying $35, whereas with the Mega Boxes, I think, again, still haven't seen them anywhere. The MSRP, I think, is $50, but the cheapest I've seen them is like $75. I've even seen them as high as $90 at a couple of card shows. So definitely make up your own minds. There's some fun stuff for sure. You can get numbered blackouts. I'm sure you can, take a peek on eBay and see kind of what they look like. But overall, just another interesting entry. I don't think it was really all that necessary. I think it kind of adds to the amount of cards that have been printed. So, as I said, with any rookies or any specific players that you're collecting, try to make sure you get some numbered parallels, or at the very least some sort of parallel, if you're looking for something to hold on to value, because my guess is this Cooper flag could very well go the way of Zion. I mean, obviously that was a special time with COVID and stuff, but I don't think it's going to hold that $10 price tag that it's going on, that it has for very long. I mean, even if I don't know, I guess he would have to be a generational player, right? Then maybe it would you know, hold that kind of value with that many copies of it out there. But with that said, I'll stop talking your ear off. If you enjoyed this content, we'll definitely have more basketball. As I've said before, it's going to be sprinkled in here and there. There's not going to be as much of it as there is baseball and football. But I am going to go ahead and make a basketball playlist for anybody that wants to just check out all the at least NBA stuff. I already have a WNBA playlist if you're into that. But you'll be able to check everything out all in one spot. But with that said, if you could head down below, click the subscribe button, click the like. If you enjoy openings like this, if you enjoy basketball content, be sure to, you know, let me know in the comments. Let me know if this is something that you've picked up, if you decided to pass on it. Or like I said, I'm sure you could probably pick it up probably for days after Black Friday. There's no way they're selling all these out. And anyway, we put out videos every Monday and Friday, and would love to have you along for the ride. Last thing I want to say is just thank you. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the kind words at the card shows and such. And just thank you very much for being who you are. I truly appreciate that, and I truly appreciate each and every second that you spend with me and checking my stuff out. But with that said, we'll stop babbling, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.